When drivers don't see riders, we make drivers pay the price. Think Sync.
Time and temperature brought to you by Augusta Flooring, your local flooring headquarters.
Get the latest video in one click at WJBF.com.
Now at 4, a new sheriff is on the job in Burke County. How the community is reacting. Plus, with hurricane season in full swing, we'll hear from the National Weather Service in Columbia about how you should prepare if a storm hits our area. And Georgia lawmakers meeting in Augusta today to discuss ways to bring new health professionals to the Peach State. Your news at 4 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 4.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on at 4 begins with a new sheriff in charge in Burke County after Alfonso Williams was suspended Monday by Governor Brian Kemp while he fights state and federal charges. The commission moved quickly to install an interim sheriff. Ryan Lynch is live this afternoon in Waynesboro. And Ryan, you talked to people who live there about the situation.
Yes, Alfonso Williams is no longer in office. The former sheriff is facing both federal and state charges. But some people still praise his job from during his time in office as sheriff. Some people say he did a good job cleaning up the county and that it has never been safer. One person I spoke with says he knew former Sheriff Williams from their first jobs at a grocery store.
You know, I've thought about this a lot, my friend, and me and Sheriff Williams went to school together and worked together. Our first job at Piggly Wiggly, you know. Fast forward 30 years later, I got in a little trouble, you know. Sheriff Williams put me in jail. But I have no animosity, and I pray for Sheriff Williams, because I'm going to tell you what, we all make mistakes.
Interim Sheriff Bob Capitosti was sworn in on Monday after an appointment by the Board of Commissioners. We reached out to the sheriff's office, and they said he is not ready to talk yet. Live in Waynesboro, Ryan Lynch, WJBF News Channel 6.
All right, Ryan, thank you for that live report. Police in Warner Robins are responding to a shooting at Warner Robins High School. We've learned that 2 students were shot today at the school, and there was a huge law enforcement presence there. The sheriff's office in Houston County says 1 person is in custody, and the victim's injuries are not considered life-threatening. Count on News Channel 6 to continue to follow this developing story. It is time now for our first check of the weather with meteorologist Avery Gray. Avery?
Hey, Jenny, and it is a beautiful day outside, definitely a hot one. This is Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam outside of all areas across the CSRA, and you can see just how blue our skies are. Nice and clear day, a different tune than we've been seeing. 95 degrees is our temperature right here outside of Television Park, brought to you by our neighborhood network powered by Tempest. And as we're taking a look at some of these small town temps across the CSRA, Gary sitting at 95. We're seeing 92 in Sardis, Hughes, and Warrenton as well. And that's the tune we're seeing across the CSRA. Much warmer, though, in McCormick, sitting at 97 degrees. Just across the county in Saluda, though, it is sitting at 91. Winds come in from the west-northwest around 11 miles per hour. And for the rest of your Wednesday afternoon, you can expect some partly cloudy skies, maybe a stray chance for a storm by 8 o'clock in the evening, but we're calming all the way down to 84 degrees by 10 o'clock. But we're heating up this week, and I'll have the details in just a bit. Jenny?
All right, thanks so much, Avery. With more than 3 months left in hurricane season, state officials say if you aren't prepared, it's not too late to create a plan. State House reporter Keith Savage has what you need to know from Columbia.
It can be difficult to prepare for a hurricane as the severity may not be known with much notice, but it's not a bad idea to always be ready during this time of the year.
Hurricane season goes through the end of November, but the recommendation from experts is to always be prepared. Kim Stetson has been with the South Carolina Emergency Management Division for 14 years. He says a common mistake that people make when evacuated for a hurricane is not cleaning up outside of your house.
If you can pick it up, then the wind can pick it up and throw it up against your house, break your windows. In other areas, check your gutters to make sure that they're clear. There'll be a lot of rain usually, especially with a hurricane. And if those get blocked up, then a lot of times it comes into the house.
Experts also recommend keeping an eye on local weather, stocking up on your medicine, and creating emergency kits with any items you may need, like flashlights, batteries, and dry foods and water. Reporting in Columbia, Keith Savage.
Two candidates are headed for a runoff. Hundreds packed the MEM Center in McCormick County Tuesday to hear plans for a 1,000-acre data center and natural gas pipeline. Pollard Lumber Company outlined the proposal for its property located between Whitetown Road and Main Street, just miles from downtown McCormick. Company officials stated that the project would bring a natural gas pipeline to the county in partnership with Kinder Morgan. Under the proposal, the pipeline would be 100% funded by the data center's users at a cost of $200 million to $280 million. The company said the infrastructure additions from the project would benefit the county.
It would be a huge boost to their local economy. We also were looking at buffers, making sure that was there, and on water as well, making sure that the consumption rates were not going to deal negatively with the residents that are here. We also knew they didn't have natural gas, and bringing a $280 million gas line to McCormick County would bring great benefits to the county as well.
The McCormick County Planning Commission has already recommended a 9-month moratorium on data centers. The rezoning request and the moratorium will be discussed at a meeting next Tuesday. And we're talking data centers in Augusta tonight as well. A community forum will be hosted by Augusta Commissioner Francine Scott. It is tonight at 6 o'clock. The opportunities and challenges associated with data center development will be discussed at the Julian Smith Casino. News Channel 6 will have a crew there, and we'll have more on News Channel 6 at 7 and 11. Some Georgia state lawmakers meeting in Augusta today. The focus, recruiting health professionals to the Peach State. Kim Vickers was there.
During Wednesday's meeting, leaders discussed how to bring more students into the healthcare field and keep them here in the Peach State after their residencies. MCG talked about programs in place to attract more students to the healthcare field, such as pathways to complete medical school in just 3 years. Experts say medical residents are more likely to practice medicine near where they completed their residency. The dean at MCG provided ideas to help reduce educational debt and retain physicians in Georgia. One idea is a full-ride scholarship to medical students, provided they come back to Georgia to practice after their residencies.
It's an innovative idea to say, hey, could we offer something similar to someone who's willing to come, especially to a high-need area of Georgia, a way to graduate from medical school and then go do your residency and come back to Georgia to take care of patients, to practice 30 or 40 years, that you could, if you did that, you would have no med school debt.
The committee also discussed strengthening EMS services across Georgia. Dr. Hess wants to encourage high school students and college underclassmen who are undecided about a career to consider the medical profession. In Augusta, Kim Vickers, WJBF News Channel 6.
Gubernatorial candidate Rick Jackson announcing a new... Coming up, NASCAR is back this weekend in Richmond, Virginia. The 4 things you need to know before this weekend's race. Next.
Your most watched local news is getting a big plus. WJBF 6 Plus. Download our new streaming app today. It's totally free with no subscription required. WJBF 6 Plus. Brought to you by the Mike Costello Law Firm. Keep up with the weather in your hometown with the Live Fiber 6 Neighborhood Network.
The advanced power of Tempest weather stations allows us to give you real-time hyper-local data.
The Live Fiber 6 Neighborhood Network, powered by Tempest.
Off, and I approve this message.
It's race week in Richmond, Virginia, as the NASCAR Cup Series is set to host the Cookout 400 this Saturday. And if you're making the trip to the famous 3/4 mile track, Nolan Knight has the 4 things you need to know.
Another Saturday night race at Richmond Raceway is here, and with it brings yet another year of packed grandstands and short track racing. Here are 4 things to know about this year's 2026 Cookout 400. Number 1, it's Richmond Raceway's 80th anniversary. First opened in 1946, the track has welcomed NASCAR sanctioned events dating all the way back to 1953. And after starting as a dirt track, its current configuration of a 3/4 mile D shape has been the same since 1988.
Yeah, definitely a lot of history with that. A lot of great drivers have competed there and been fortunate enough to win. So, yeah, it's a fun place. Under the lights as well. I think it makes it more exciting. So, excited to get back there this weekend and hopefully have a good race.
Number 2, a repeat winner. The Richard Childress number 3 driver Austin Dillon got his redemption last year at this track, claiming the checkered flag in back-to-back years, marking the first time a driver won back-to-back races at Richmond since Denny Hamlin did in 2009 and 2010.
Would love to go in there and do it again. I mean, everybody's going to be, gunning for us, and I feel like the biggest thing is just trying to stay consistent to what we've done there in the past, and trusting our experience, trusting that I can do the right thing when we get on the track and figure it out no matter what's thrown at us during practice or qualifying, and just do our best to go out there and give it a heck of a run.
Number 3, tire wear. Richmond's worn-down asphalt track makes it a difficult one for drivers to find speed without dealing with significant tire wear, which results in plenty of passing and classic short-track racing.
I do like that place because it is, there's a lot of options there, and then there is a detriment to the options you take, right? Like I said, you can burn your stuff off in upper lanes, kind of hustling it harder, or you can move back down and kind of save your stuff a little bit and try to find lap time there. So there's a lot of options at Richmond, and tire fall off is pretty large there.
Number 4, parking. General parking is free, but fans attending the race are told to arrive as early as possible. After a sellout crowd last year, the raceway is expecting another packed race this year.
We urge folks to arrive early. Please use the traffic apps and follow Richmond Raceway and Henrico Police Department on Twitter, X, for real-time updates. Between driver appearances and free activities in the fan zones, there's going to be plenty to do when you arrive early.
Race weekend kicks off this Friday night with the Craftsman Truck Series Black Tire 250 presented by BTS Rewards, and then it's the main event, the Cookout 400, back under the lights on Saturday night. Reporting in Richmond, I'm Nolan Knight.
We officially have Tropical Storm Cristobal, but it is a fish storm not impacting us here in the CSRA or really much of anywhere. But we do have some other developments in the tropics. Those details right after this.
The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better with easier access to local news, weather, and live streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app.
When you get approached from somebody about your commercial roof, you want to make sure that they have the proper license. Because if you let them start that project, in the middle of that project, the county drives by, LLR drives by, they can stop that project in the middle. So we're certified with all the major manufacturers to be able to offer all the best warranties. That includes all the necessary inspections and protection.
At Hickson, no matter if it's your business or your property, we're here to protect your investment. I'm David Hickson, and if your evening's fixing, call Mr. Hickson.
What if your home made you smile the second you walked in? I think it should. Rooms to Go does too. That's why you'll find bold colors, pieces with personality, and rooms that don't just look good, but make you feel good at a price that feels good too. Because decorating isn't about playing it safe, but it is about playing. So, go ahead, mix it up, make it fun. Rooms to Go makes it easy. I'm Julianne Huff, and this is what's possible at Rooms to Go.
Staying ahead of the weather is essential.
I'm Chris Hudson, and I'm proud to sponsor the 10-day forecast on News Channel 6. Chris Hudson and Drew Law, from here for you.
Buying a home.
The weather. It seems like it's always changing. That's why Live Viper 6 is always there.
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
The Live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on. Judy Justice, weekday afternoons at 3 on News Channel 6.
.com.
The weather. It seems like it's always changing. That's why Live Viper 6 is always there.
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
The Live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on. Judy Justice, weekday afternoons at 3 on News Channel 6. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back, and here's a look at temperatures across the CSRA. We are nice and warm, 94 degrees here in Augusta. It's 97 up in Lincoln County, 89 down in Screven County at the moment. And right now we're watching this high pressure system, and it's really causing much of a ridge across the southeastern United States. And as it does so, it's acting as a steering pattern, but allowing those storms to pop up in South Georgia and along that Florida border. But here in the CSRA, it is bringing us clear skies, not a cloud in sight over Augusta Regional Airport on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam because of that high pressure in place. Also looking a little bit on the hazier side. Feeling like 99 this afternoon. And for the rest of this evening, you can expect those temperatures to dwindle on down just a hair, not much. 91 by the 7 o'clock hour. And here's a look at our futurecast. What we're tracking, overall not much, staying nice and clear. A little bit of cloud cover here and there, pop-up showers, and maybe a stray thunderstorm possible by 8 o'clock. But then we clear on out as we head to the night, and that's a good thing because eyes to the sky. You want to make sure if you are up late, I'm not encouraging anybody to stay up late, but if you are just one person who tends to stay up later than the average person, go ahead and head outdoors. It'll be nice and calm throughout the night. Plenty of clear skies as we have the Perseid meteor shower going on. It is the peak right now. Today is going to be the peak through the overnight hours, and we have a new moon, so it's only 0.1% full. Going to be great to view this meteor shower if that is your thing. Now, as we're looking at highs tomorrow, it's 98 degrees, so go ahead and go to sleep and get rested after you watch the meteors, and drink plenty of water because it's going to be another hot one out there both Thursday and Friday. Here's the heat stress potential map for that. You can see we have plenty of places in that Burgundy, which is dangerous, and across the Augusta Metro are going to see extreme heat as heat index values rise to 110 come Friday. So just make sure you don't let this heat sneak up on you. Stay plenty hydrated. We do have the chance for rain as we head into the weekend as well. Hopefully some of these rain showers will help cool us off. Here's a look at that on our futurecast. Thursday, possible scattered showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon and evening. We clear out through the overnight as we head into Friday. Friday by 3 o'clock, though, we will start to see those showers and thunderstorms pop back up, becoming more widespread towards our southern counties through those evening hours, and that continues across the Augusta Metro into the 11 o'clock hour. Now, we do have two areas to watch in the tropics. We have an active tropical wave coming off the western coast of Africa. So invest area number 2 sitting at a 40% chance for development within the next week. Invest number 1, though, likely to become tropical storm Dolly within 2 days. It has an 80% chance for development within 2 days. So here's a look at your 10-day forecast. It is really going to be another hot next couple of days for us. 98 on Thursday, 99 come Friday. Remember, those heat index values going to feel like 110. Thankfully, we do cool off a little bit thanks to some rainfall this upcoming weekend.
Gosh, you are right. Stay hydrated.
Yes.
My goodness. All right. Thank you, Avery. The National Stained Glass Consulting Group is back in Augusta. The group is overseeing the historic restoration of the stained glass windows at Reed Memorial Presbyterian Church. In April, the group installed the newly restored Redemption window. Today, they're removing several other windows for restoration. Coming up, a rare sea turtle that washed up on a UK beach is back home today. How he made the journey from Houston to England after the break.
Every conversation is a connection. We're here to keep you in the moment.
From morning walks to community events, we're here to keep you involved.
Life's best moments should be heard, and we're here to make sure you don't miss a thing.
Hearing Associates of South Carolina.
We're here for North Augusta.
Is your map? Your most watched local news is getting a big plus. WJBF 6 Plus, now on demand. Whether you have Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, or Samsung TV Plus, our new streaming app is easy to download for your television. Plus, it's totally free with no subscription required. WJBF 6 Plus, built for the way you watch. WJBF 6 Plus is brought to you by the Mike Costello Law Firm. Do yourself a favor. Call the Mike Costello Law Firm.
A rather well-traveled sea turtle that seems to be on the right track. Meet Rossi, one of the world's rarest and most critically endangered sea turtle species. They're native to the Gulf, but Rossi was found on a beach in Wales nearly 3 years ago. He's been living at a zoo there, but he was just flown from the UK to Houston for a checkup.
He's very strong. He's very well fed. Maybe well fed like I am. And there's no signs of external disease or trauma. He swims normally, dives, he surfaces, he breathes fine.
Rossi is going to have more tests over the next few days, and they hope to release him into the Gulf next Tuesday. Dee Griffin standing by with more coverage you can count on coming up at 4:30, including another round of severe weather in the Midwest. More damage being reported in parts of Illinois and Indiana. Stay with us.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today our roads are littered with killing machines. I'm talking about semi-trucks. They can easily kill, even at low speeds. Injured in a trucking accident? We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason.
It's Chloe's last ride on 3 wheels before her first big kid bike. And it's Tiffany's first day as Director of Retail Operations. It's the last dance before Taylor heads off to college. And Tiara's first day of culinary training at Helms College. When you donate items to Goodwill, you help provide education, skills training, and career services for people seeking to realize their potential. And the things you loved get to start a new life too. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
It's bow time. The CSRA is full of
$1,000 towards your down payment on select Ford vehicles, plus a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years during the All-American Summer Event.
The CSRA is full of amazing women. Women who inspire. Women who innovate. Women who lead. That's why News Channel 6 brings you Women to Watch.
On the last Wednesday of each month, News Channel 6 recognizes local businesswomen who are making a positive impact in our community.
Nominate someone today at WJBF.com. Sponsored by the Barnes Law Office. WJBF and our partners continue to champion local families through our Children First campaign. Together, we hope to strengthen our community by uplifting children across the CSRA. To learn more, visit WJBF.com/childrenfirst.
The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
Now at 4:30, President Donald Trump says the cleanup efforts are underway after severe storms rolled through Indiana and Illinois Tuesday night. Also, TikTok plans to end hybrid schedules for most U.S. employees. Your news at 4:30 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 4:30.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. The U.S. blockade of Iranian ports.
Political Minute.
And it's time now for a quick check of your weather. Meteorologist Avery Gray is here with us now. Another really hot day, Avery.
That's right, Dee. And this isn't even the most hot day of the week so far. Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam showing us a different scene than we're used to as we are sitting with mostly clear skies overhead. Not really a cloud in sight, maybe a tiny one right there, but overall we are nice and clear temperatures. Once again, another hot one right outside of Television Park. Our temperature with our Tempest is sitting at 96 degrees, and hometown temperatures much of the same. 92 in Rennes, we're at 95 in Gary, same in Sardis as well. And everyone across the CSRA still seeing those temperatures in the low to mid 90s. Winds coming in from the west northwest at 11 miles per hour, bringing us a little bit of a breeze. For the rest of this evening, we're going to continue to cool down. 88 by 8 p.m., 84 by 10 o'clock. Possibility for a stray shower is on the table as we look ahead into the 8 o'clock hour, but I'll have that futurecast for you in a bit. We continue with the heat reaching 99 by Friday. I'll have the details on that coming soon. Dee.
All right, thanks so much. We'll see you in a few minutes. Dangerous, deadly storms hit the Midwest and Ohio Valley area yesterday. High winds brought down power lines and trees. Hundreds of thousands of customers are still without power. ABC's Rena Roy reports these same areas are bracing for even more severe weather.
Severe storms moving through the Midwest and towards the East Coast, packing dangerous winds. The Ohio Department of Transportation sharing this dramatic video showing a car flipping on an Ohio interstate as storms move through. Wind gust in Columbus reaching 82 miles per hour.
It was like a freight train, just like people say.
In the town of Roseville, floodwaters submerging cars. Authorities say one person was killed.
This was an individual who died simply because they could not, had an emergency, and they could not get to that individual.
An Ohio Reintegration Center says inmates were taken to the hospital tonight after a lightning strike. In Chicago, the Midway Air Traffic Controller Tower had to evacuate amid tornado warnings.
We're going to evacuate the tower here shortly. I got you all in a place that you can hold.
At one point, nearly 1 million customers in Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, and Kentucky were without power, and the threat isn't over yet.
The main hazard is going to be damaging winds, so St. Louis, Lincoln, Indianapolis, Louisville, and Cincinnati, all back in the target zone.
This as red flag warnings are in effect out west, where firefighters are battling wildfires amid hot, dry, and windy conditions. But relief in the Pacific Northwest and Spokane, officials lifting all evacuation orders after fires there destroyed hundreds of homes. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The moon's shadow is sweeping across the sun today, creating a total solar eclipse. The path of totality going from northern Russia, then passing over a mostly uninhabited area of Greenland before crossing over the western edge of Iceland. The last time a total solar eclipse was visible in Europe was in 1999. People traveling from across the world to see the eclipse.
It's definitely a historic moment because this is the first time since 1433 that the moon's umbral shadow touches upon this area. So we haven't seen this visual spectacle and this experience for 593 years.
The next time the Earth will see a total solar eclipse will be in just under a year, August 2nd, 2027. It will be visible primarily across North Africa. Well, TikTok announced that the company is making workers return to the office 5 days a week. TikTok joins a number of companies doing this, including Amazon and Chase Bank. Company officials say they're trying to bring the company culture of collaboration, innovation, face-to-face more back to the company. But this is happening as TikTok announced the closure of its Nashville office and cutting of more than 200 workers. Experts believe going back to the office could better avoid layoffs.
You don't want to come in 5 days, then this is the condition for your job. You're not fulfilling that condition, you go. And we've seen some people actually leaving by saying, I cannot come 5 days.
According to Business Insider, TikTok expects that change from workers starting next month. Well, the federal government and Delta Airlines are investigating after suspicious. Happening tonight, the Powerball jackpot is having another drawing. The prize is now at $1 billion. The jackpot has been brewing since May, becoming the 8th largest in Powerball history. The last time Powerball jackpot crossed the $1 billion mark was late last year when a ticket sold in Arkansas won a Christmas Eve drawing worth $1.8 billion. You can watch tonight's drawing right here on News Channel 6 at 11. Well, coming up, we are getting a first look at Anne Hathaway's new thriller. That story and all your headlines from Hollywood next.
And our hottest days of the week are at that. I'll have the details coming soon.
Keep up with the weather in your hometown with the live Viper 6 Neighborhood Network.
The advanced power of Tempest weather stations allows us to give you real-time hyper-local data.
From your hometown throughout the entire CSRA.
Here's your current temperatures powered by Tempest. Most of us in the CSRA in the 90s, but as we zoom into Screven County,
Count on the Live Viper 6 Neighborhood Network, powered by Tempest, sponsored by Coleman Services. One name, two trades, no worries.
What really qualifies as a wrong
Rose. Time and temperature brought to you by Peachtree Pest Control, protecting what matters most.
Time now for a check of what's happening in the world of entertainment. Here's Melissa Don.
You must have questions.
Why can't your wife finish her book series?
We're getting our first look at the new Anne Hathaway and Dakota Johnson thriller, Verity. The psychological film follows a writer hired to complete a best-selling book series after the author is injured and unable to finish it herself. It's based on the Colleen Hoover novel of the same name. It hits theaters on October 2nd. A new honor for Taylor Swift. She'll be inducted into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame at the age of 36. Swift will be the youngest ever awarded the honor. She's won 14 Grammy Awards and began her career as a teenage country singer. The induction ceremony is later this fall.
Have I told you?
Call10.com.
Let's do this.
The Coffee Club on News Channel 6, sponsored by Brown Electric.
Yes. All right. Hit me with the checklist, honey.
Luggage?
Checked.
Kids?
Check!
Butler trip check?
Before you leave town, check with the butler. With our complimentary trip check, we'll inspect all your major safety components and parts to ensure your car is running its best. With multiple locations convenient to you, just let the butler do it.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
Your most watched local news is getting a big plus. WJBF 6 Plus. Download our new streaming app today. It's totally free with no subscription required. WJBF 6 Plus. Brought to you by the Mike Costello Law Firm.
Hi, I'm Richard Lawson, and we're celebrating Black Excellence.
Celebrating Black Excellence 365, only on News Channel 6.
Closed captioning on News Channel 6 is sponsored by Hearing Associates of South Carolina. Get clear, accurate stories that don't waste your time at WJBF.com. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back, and another hot evening for us across the CSRA as many places starting to reach those upper 90s. 97 in McDuffie County, 97 as well in Lincoln and McCormick County, 94 right here in Augusta. High pressure is right there in the Gulf, and that's really the steering pattern of these storms that are popping up in South Georgia and the Florida state line there. But here in the CSRA, we are completely clear, and it's bringing us some clear skies as well. This high pressure is Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam now over Soap Creek Marina, and man, what a beautiful day to be on the lake. That's where I wish I was right now, especially with these hot temperatures. 94 feeling like 99. And this evening, temperature is going to rise to 94 degrees by 5 o'clock, sticking right there at 94, jumping all the way down to 91 at 7 o'clock, so not that big of a jump. But here is a look at our futurecast and what we're expecting for the rest of this evening. The possibility for a stray shower and storm possible by 8 o'clock, but overall staying nice and clear, especially as we head into these overnight hours. And that's when I want your eyes to be to the sky. If you are one to stay up late, if you're already up at this time, go ahead and head outdoors. It'll be nice and calm, 78 by midnight, 76 by 3 a.m. And we're expecting a nice meteor shower, the Persea meteor shower. It is tonight. We have a full moon, or a new moon rather, so 0.1% full. Going to be plenty of clear skies overhead. Not that much light pollution from the moon. So just make sure if you're in Augusta, you want to get somewhere away from the lights. We could see 50 to 100 meteors per hour. Now you want to get rested and hydrated for tomorrow, though. 98 is our high. It's going to be another hot day Thursday, especially as we head into Friday as well. You can see these areas of maroon across the CSRA. That's dangerous heat stress, what it feels like to our bodies. We also have extreme peeping up right there in the Augusta metro area. So here, a look at our high temperatures and heat index values. 98 on Thursday, 109 for our heat index value tomorrow. We're reaching 110 feels like temperature on Friday as we teeter the line of 100. We do have the chance for a few possible isolated showers Thursday and Friday, which could help us cool us off. So let's take a look at that on our future cast. Scattered showers possible by 3 o'clock in the afternoon Thursday. Then we clear up as we head into the overnight hours. Friday is when we'll see a little bit more rainfall, hopefully to give us a little bit more heat relief. This is by 2 o'clock, isolated showers becoming more widespread, especially towards our southern counties and then through the metro as we head into those evening hours and into the overnight. Now we are watching the tropics. We have 2 areas to watch. We have Tropical Storm Cristobal, but it is just a fish storm, not going to impact us here in the CSRA. The invest area number 2, 40% chance for development. Invest area number 1, sitting at 80% chance for development within the next 48 hours. So likely we will see Tropical Storm Dolly come into play in just a few coming days. Here's a look at your 10-day forecast. Just a reminder, it's going to continue to be hot this week, not only with actual air temperatures, but our feels like temperatures as well. Don't let the heat sneak up on you. Make sure you stay plenty hydrated.
Great advice. All right, thanks so much. Well, coming up, we are getting a first look at a new ride coming next year to Carowinds, how it will break records. Next.
Staying ahead of the weather is essential.
I'm Chris Hudson, and I'm proud to sponsor the 10-day forecast on News Channel 6. Chris Hudson Injury Law, from here for you.
Patient safety is... Call Bailey's today.
Carowinds is ready to break records with its new super flume ride called Rip Roarin' Falls. Park bosses held a topping ceremony on Tuesday for the ride. Rip Roarin' Falls will be one of the tallest water rides ever constructed and home to the world's first super flume mega drop at more than 100 feet. Construction is currently underway. The new attraction will be located at the former site of Rip Roarin' Rapids, a water ride that was retired in 2019. Rip Roarin' Falls is set to make its debut in 2027. And Avery was saying how much she loves Carowinds, so you can go and check this out. Definitely. Wow, it looks like fun. And take something to get wet because you're going to get splashed on big time. Well, there's much more coverage you can count on coming up next on News Channel 6 at 5, including a special Georgia House of Representatives subcommittee meeting right here in Augusta, why they're focusing on the state's health care system and what they think needs to change. Coming up next with Jenny Montgomery.
Follow News Channel 6 on Instagram.
At Morgan & Morgan, we've been